When the Detroit Pistons entered the visiting locker room at halftime of Thursday night's matchup with the Boston Celtics, it looked like the Pistons had a chance to not only shock the basketball world, but avoid landing in a dubious place in the history books in the process. Detroit, a 16.5-point underdog after losing 27 consecutive games, found itself letting Boston, the NBA's best team, with a perfect 14-0 record at TD Garden by 19 points. Then the second half began, and as quickly as Detroit had taken control of the game, Boston surged right back into it. By the end of the third quarter, the Celtics had erased that halftime deficit. And despite the Pistons fighting back valiantly to force overtime, ultimately it was Boston that would claim a 128-122 victory. With the defeat, the Pistons tied the 76ers for the longest overall losing streak, which Philadelphia set across the end of the 2014-15 season and the beginning of the 2015-16 campaign with 28 consecutive losses. The Pistons can set a new record for futility on Saturday when they face the Toronto Raptors back home in Detroit. "I just told them that it takes a lot of character and integrity to do what they're doing," said Pistons coach Monty Williams. "I've been in the league for a while, and I've seen teams give in to circumstances that are less than what we're dealing with. That was admirable. Obviously, we had a tough third quarter, and the ability to fight back and have it even in the fourth was tremendous. I hurt for them. We feel like we're just getting so close to not just winning one game, but winning a lot of games if we play that way." For much of the contest, it looked like the 2-29 Pistons would finally get back in the win column. Boston 24-6, back home after winning the final 3 games of a 4-game West Coast swing, appeared to do exactly what Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla warned of before the game, taking its struggling opponent lightly. "I think just the expectation of it's supposed to go a certain way, or it's supposed to be easy," Mazzulla said when asked what the challenge was in facing a team in Detroit's position. "It's just not the case. It's another game, regardless of the other team's record. And I think sometimes you get caught up in because it's this team. We should be up by this amount at first quarter, halftime, and it's just not how it works." It certainly wasn't how it worked Thursday, as Mazzulla's players went out and promptly looked like a team expecting to sleepwalk its way to a victory. Thank you for keeping us company, and we look forward to you joining us again as we continue to cover select Premier League matches this season.